Hey guys, my name is Matter and today we're checking out Super Loco World, a cozy train automation game that has had me absolutely addicted in the last couple of days. In this game, it's our job to keep the goods flowing, meeting the needs of growing villages and balancing our profits while navigating the changing economy. Instead of automating complex production chains, mining and smelting ores and turning them to more complex parts, we're tasked with transporting goods from A to B as efficiently as possible. And just like Shapez 2, building is smooth and intuitive. Every game map is randomly generated, so each run will bring new challenges, and with realistic train behavior and fuel management, we need to plan efficiently to avoid traffic jams and wasted resources. It's got a relaxing pace and cozy music, but behind the scenes, there's a surprisingly deep economic system awaiting to test our strategic skills. So let's not waste any more time and let's check out the game.
We lived and thrived on this cozy archipelago until the waters began to rise, forcing our people to scatter across the world. Some call me loco, but I know how to fix this. My invention can bring the sunken islands back, but first we must rebuild what's left of our home.
Okay, welcome to our island. It's a pretty massive island. And with that bit of backstory in mind, let's first create our capital. We should probably pick something rather central. So let's go for this place. This is our capital. And now we'll go for our first resource our people need, and that's flour. We should probably start growing our farms there. To deliver the goods to our capital, we of course need a railway station, because what's a train game without trains? And let's just place it right in the middle. And let's do the same for our flour production sites. Maybe even in the same line as our train station. Wait, here. Oh, can even place it over there. Great. And let's connect the tracks. I know you probably think we're done, but no, of course not. We need trains, and for trains, we need a depot. And the depot, we can buy new trains or edit our current trains. So let's add the depot right here. Let's connect a track onto the depot, always like that until we turn it ourselves. And then here for the loop, we'll keep the train going this way. Now let's buy our first train. So in this game, we currently have three types of locomotives. The first is the workhorse with a lot of maximum speed, but slow turn speed and acceleration. So I think this one's very good for long distances. Then we have the glider that has less maximum speed, but more turn speed and acceleration. And then we still have the strong one, and that one can carry almost or more than double the amount of carriages, because the other ones can only carry 7, and this one can carry 15. But that's way overkill for now. I actually have never played with this one. I should probably experiment with it further, but for now, let's just stick. It's a long track, so let's stick with the workhorse and buy our semi-wagons, because the semi-wagons can hold flour for us. That's our flour train, so let's call it flour 1 and make it yellow. And let's click on the train a couple of times to get it moving. So the gauge on top is the speed gauge. This type of locomotive can go all the way up to 4. But as you can see on the gauge just below that, there's also fuel management. And the faster you let your train go, the less economic it is for fuel. So I'll probably just stick with 3. And talking about fuel, how are we going to refuel our train? Because trains are not automatically refueled in the stations. And for that, we need a refuel post. So let's maybe to the refuel post right here. And let's branch it off here maybe, and then here. So this one should always go there. But now our next problem, how are we going to tell the train when it's time to refuel? Because refueling, of course, costs money. As you will see right now, I'll turn it the other way for now. As you can see for now, every time the train delivers goods, the population needs, we get money. So how are we going to tell the train that it's time for refueling? Because the tracks need to automatically adjust. We're going to place a automatic junction switcher. This junction switcher will tell the next junction when to switch. So here, just like those mini coding games you probably all have heard of, we say based on what conditions, what action the next junction should take. So now it's set to go left always, but we don't want that. We only want to go there if the fuel amount of the train is less than 50%. Otherwise, the train will just continue on its path. Will be close, but let's see what happens right now at the train. Something else to explain. So we see that flour is currently used by the population. We need to satisfy all the population needs. Later on, there will be more goods to deliver. And then if all the goods are being satisfied at the same time, our population will be ready to upgrade. So while the train is delivering, we see that it's less than 50%, so we should see the junction change. And just like that, it's going to refuel. And with a couple more runs, our town or our capital is ready to upgrade. So let's upgrade our capital. So we also pay for our upgrades, and we see we can create a new region now because our capital now also needs planks. So let's create our new plank region. Where would be a good place for that? Let's do it right here. I think that's the closest. And just like before, we need a railway station. So I'm already thinking how I can loop our train into the current track layout. So probably just like that. Let's let's attach our train like that. Keep that one always so. And we want to utilize the same refuel station for our train. So let's just let's pause the game real quick so we don't disturb this train. And let's draw a new track. No, not yet. First we need this real intersection. Let's draw a new track. Yes, as so. And then just below the lake. Now we have a more complex intersection, and we'll get to that in time. So we need a new train. We need a plank train. And it seems to me that this is also a big, long, right, straight loop. So let's go with the workhorse again. And now we need platform wagons for our planks. So let's do the maximum amount, and let's call them planks 1. Maybe give the train a green color. But before we start this train, we want to figure out this intersection. So there's some more actions possible in this type of intersection. So here, go to the right, and let's say only if the name of the train is planks 1. Otherwise, we'll do something else. So if we do this condition, If our train is coming from here, what this signal is trying to find out, the condition of the signal, it will just go straight on. But same here, from the refuel station, we also need a signal. And here we have to set it to probably this one, so it can go straight. And it only will do this if the name of our train is blanks 1. Otherwise, it will go to the right. Okay, that's that. Let's see, our flower train should continue straight on. Yes. And then also if it refuels, it should go to the left. Yes, to the left. Great. Now let's wait for this train to come by, and then we'll activate our planks train. Also put it on 3 speed. As you can see, trains also don't run into each other, they just wait. So he should go to the right. Yes, he did. And then we can also watch this train. This one should go to left. Great. Our signals work. And as you might have guessed, this is the backbone of the whole game. Now, let's start upgrading our capital to level 3. And that starts by delivering our planks. So our planks have been delivered, and we see the both goods are being used, and the green progress bar for our population growth is starting to rise. Yes, and with that, our capital is ready for the next upgrade to level 3. And of course, with that level up, we get a new resource, as you might have guessed, but it's not a population need. So we can deliver ore or iron and planks, and then our capital will make tools. So let's start a new region with ore. I think here is a good place. And just like before, let's start with a train station. Let's pause the game for a bit so I can figure out the tracks. So here we'll have to place our automatic junction that says go to the right if the train name is blanks. And then we'll want to, let's say we'll want to loop back and tie into this line. So keep it that way. And let's just quickly delete this one. We only want straight forward ones here. I think that's, and we need to also add, oh yeah, we can't. So let's create our next train. It's also a big loop, so let's just keep working with the workhorse. It needs a semi-wagon for the iron. I believe it's iron called. It's iron. Okay, so we'll call our train Iron 1. Iron looks red in this game, so we'll give it the red color and set it on its way. And before it reaches this point, let's go. Give iron. Let's pause it real quick. And this one needs to also make sure iron goes to the right sides. So we don't, or we want to have this happen as few times as possible and all trains running as efficiently as possible. Oh, and iron turns to the right. Oh, because we forgot to switch this one, but that's not a big problem. Let's show how we reverse our trains and fix our problems. So here our train is reversed enough, and let's just switch the train up. And now it should switch to straight ahead. Great. And for this one, it should switch to the right. Great. and then it should tie into the station. And here we'll also see that enough goods have been delivered, and now we're creating tools. Tools will be used in later population needs, but what we'll be using it for right now, because as you can see, our demand for flour has risen to 4, and we can't always meet that demand with our 1 flour production. We can upgrade our flour production, and now if we supply the flour production with tools, we can double our outputs, and that's exactly what we need. So for that we'll need a iron train. For the iron train, I'll probably go with the second one, and I just give it all the possible wagons, call the train iron 1, and maybe give the train color blue. And for that, I think our current posts are only set on planks and iron here, so it should do the same loop as the flour. So it's already full with iron tools, and as a bonus, if we deliver the tools here, we also get money from that. And as you can see, in just a short time, the complexity of our little trackway system has risen significantly. For here we see our planks are actually full, so maybe to relieve some of the possible traffic here, we can go to our train station here and add a condition. So this one is tricky, I've struggled with it a bit, but I'll show you how we can do it. So the train waits here currently, and we can change it if there are planks at this production area. But we can also make the train wait if the station goods of our capital has has 4 or less demand for planks. It will hold the train if our capital has 4 or less demand of planks. And yeah, so I think we will consume this one first, or we will refill this one first, and then this one, and then this one, sorry. So let's see if it works. So now we only have 2 demands for planks, so it should hold the train right here. And not add it to the traffic. Yes, so now it's waiting, and now 5, and the train goes. 4 is maybe a bit too much, so let's change it to 3 or less demands. So we'll never run out of our population need. But great news, our population is ready to upgrade to level 4. Level 4, our little town upgrades. We have a little plaza, a church, a town square, some more fields here. Also a cool thing, because we upgraded this station, there's now like a robotic arm on the roof. That's a fun little detail. But we can add another station. So we're not going to add it on the same track. That would be useless, to be honest. I don't know if it will more quickly or twice as quickly empty the wagons, but we'll use the other station to alleviate the traffic. So for this one, I want to actually make the train go here. I think that's the best option, because we currently have 2 trains coming from here, and then we can say, oh, if there's already a train in this station, I want you to go into this station. And then here we want to create the continue junction only. And that's that. And then we'll add to this part again. So let's add it to this part, but then we need a new junction control. So it will go straight. So the train comes from here. It will go straight if its fuel is less than 50%. Otherwise, it will go to the right. That's that. So let's check this one. So this one needs to go to the left if its fuel is less than 50, and then otherwise you need to go straight. So let's use this junction indicator for that. And that's about it, I think. So we have our iron. Our iron is currently waiting. We'll continue here, not based on train names. And then let's see if we can tie our depot in here again. Like so. So no train should be going there at the moment. And then we'll change this over. Oh, this was very green. We'll change this over if this train comes in here. And with the stop signs, the train will always stop. So that's ideal for the depot. Now let's change the track over again manually. So our flour train continues. And let's rename this train to Tools 1. And you can go now. So there was a train there, so this one went to here, and now it should continue straight on because it has less than 50% fuel. Now, for our next demands, we need shirts, and also flour is not being delivered the entire time, so we should probably look into that. But we have a new area for flour unlocked as well, so we can keep doing that. But first, first flour. Let's see if we can tie this into the same loop. It's all pretty far away. That's a bummer. But we can make it work, of course. And we'll set up a automatic junction here. I will say go straight if yes, if you have, I think it's this wagon, if you have 4 or more empty carriages, and let's maybe just in case so the train doesn't do any necessary reroutes, if the station has 4 or more wheat, and that's, or flour, sorry. So here we check if our train, after passing this station, has 4 or more empty carriages of the right type, and also check if this place has 4 or more flour to be ready to pick up. Otherwise, I will still have to change this one. Otherwise, he will just make the small loop and deliver it to the station. But with that, we also need a new flour train. So just as before, it's a long loop, even longer now. So we'll use the workhorse train with the right wagons. And let's call it flour 2. Make it yellow again. Here, did we use the flour train name? No, I don't think we ever used it anywhere. Let's set it en route. So this train is full, so I will immediately do the small loop, and this one also has too few places, so we'll do the small loop. This one's full. Here there shouldn't be enough flour to pick up, so he should continue. Yes, and he did. And here the flour production station is completely full. Now we also see our next problem, because this train will block this intersection completely. Is that with all those trains, they will need to be refueled at the same time. So this one will also need a new refuel. So there's a quick solution for that. And let's add another refuel station and say Let's prioritize this one first, so we'll need to switch them around. So go to the right if there's another train right here. Otherwise, you go straight. So I know we won't see that in action just yet, or we could. Now he's refueling there. Okay, now to our next good demand, and that's shirts. And for shirts, we of course need cloth. So let's create a new region. Okay, they're really far away. That's a little less far away, but we should probably keep the cloth close to the shirts. So here it might be a good one. Oh no, now we can't use this one anymore. Oh, that's too bad. Wow. All the other maps I've played were much closer together. That's another challenge, but yeah. Okay, so we'll place our railway station over here. And for clothing, we need wool, I presume it's called wool, and we need tools to create our shirts. And then here, let's create a train station. Can we see it in action? Yes, we saw it in action. So a train was there, so I went to the closest one. Okay, so we'll have to tie our wool into our shirts production or our clothes production, and then our clothes production into the main line where we also deliver tools. Okay, so I created a little layout over here for our clothes and our wool production. So our wool production will basically go into this loop the entire time. I'll need to add a refuel station over here. And then we'll have two trains. The tool train will also come over here. And then we'll have the clothing train that will take the clothes and deliver it to our capital. So let's get working on the, is it wool? Yes, it's wool. On the wool train. So that's also just a huge square. So for wool, we'll take this one and we'll call it wool 1. Wool is blue. So I think here we don't have to do anything. And here we'll have to add it. Okay, it shouldn't go over there. It should only stay in that loop. So for now it will go to the right and then it should continue straight on. Okay, so tools, I've already set some conditions for tools to come over here. So here just his normal route was just this loop and now he'll take in this loop as well. Okay, so wool 1 will make his way over here and then go over here, and we need to add him over here. So he'll make the crossing here, here, and then he's on the loop. Do I need to change this one? No, only for tools currently, or I could switch it around and make the conditions easier so that only wool is there, but that currently doesn't matter. And let's set it in motion and see where we are. And also here it will only turn right for planks. Okay, so it should have delivered some tools already, and then I'll set a condition here actually let's add it. So it will only go here for tools. And if the station goods for the station of clothing has 2 or more demand for tools, otherwise he'll stay in this small loop. Okay, our wool train should make a turn here. And then for the other trains, oh, the tools train made it, so it's okay. Just for this loop, I'll add another refill station. So let's do that right now. We'll change it to go to the right if our fuel amount, just like before, is too low, and then otherwise we'll just continue. And here we should start to see the first shirts being made. And if the first shirts are being made, we'll need a train for the shirts. So this the shirts train will do this loop, just like we did with the wool train. This intersection isn't ideal, but it's difficult for all these loops to go without crossing over each other. So in this path, it's just the clothing train and the tools train. So for the moment, that's not a big issue. And I think we'll also go for the workhorse, and then with the container tracks. We'll call this one clothing 1 and make it blue because clothes here are blue. And then wait a bit for a flower train to move, so we can add clothing 1 over here. Our clothing train will iron planks clothing will also refuel over here, so it will make its way down here, and then here clothing 1. We can remove the wool actually. I wonder if I can do something with speed adjustment arcs or traffic lights to keep this intersection clear. So the flower has to wait to clear this intersection, because that's the most important intersection, because otherwise everything backs up. Well, let's see if we can do that. Let's add a condition and we'll say wait if there's a train. Okay, if there's a train here, or if there's a train here. Should be fine now. Okay, and this train stopped to let this one through. That's great. And only from here, I don't want to check them if they go into station. And this one went through. We don't have enough shirt delivery, so let's do another clothing train. Yeah, it's already backed up there. So containers, a blue train, and clothing 2. And now everywhere we'll have to add clothing 2. Okay, and we're ready to upgrade, even though flour isn't currently there. We've held up, or we've had enough production. So let's upgrade our capital to the next level, and of course we'll have some new needs. Now we need sofas as well, but with our capital reaching level 5, we'll end the video here. So if you want to see more of this game, maybe even a run where we try to complete it, I think there's 2 more levels possible in our capital. As we can see in our, I'll just quickly purchase a locomotive. As we can see, there's still tuna and canned tuna, and then also passengers we can or will have to deliver to our capital. So if you want to see more of this game, please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, it helps a lot, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.